listening to the White Wall Sessions Radio.
Welcome to the White Wall Sessions Radio. I'm your host, Dan Schaefer. On this week's episode, we feature Tough Old Bird, Woody and the Tucker Hill Citizens Brigade, and Radda Radda. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter by searching the White Wall Sessions. We are now accepting submissions for Season 7. To submit, go to whitewallsessions.com. The White Wall Sessions would like to thank these fine sponsors for their support. Last Stop CD Shop, Bell Incorporated, Workplace IT Management, J. Rick Luthery, The University Center, Screen Flare, The Pink Moon Room, Club David, Great Outdoor Store, local branded convenience stores, Minuteman Press, Vishnu Bunny Tattoo and Piercing, and South Dakota Friends of Traditional Music. Tough Old Bird, a duo of brothers from Mount Morris, New York, came to Sioux Falls and pleased the studio audience with their mesmerizing harmonies and unforgettable lyrics. Tough Old Bird is Matthew Corrigan on guitar, vocals, and banjo, and Nate Corrigan on guitar, harmonica, accordion, and vocals.
Howdy, folks. All right, this first song is called Gambling Days.
Silently, where did it go? A man like me is hard to be around. Sometimes I know. Smell the smoke and feel the wheel paddling against the flow. I wouldn't trade it even though. hidden deep inside, put it on display. Tried so hard to sell my soul, you know, every night and day. It wasn't worth that much, it seems. I couldn't even give it away. One day you'll listen to what I say.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We're here at the White Wall Sessions with Tough Old Bird from Rochester, New York. Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us.
We have Nate Corrigan and Matt Corrigan, right?
Yep.
So, brothers, which I just found out.
Yeah.
Your guitar work, Matt, is just really, really intricate. Now, the way you two were playing those guitars off each other, and you know, I mean, there's a typical sort of rhythm and lead thing, but the way you guys were playing was really interesting. How did that develop?
That's actually something that I've actually kind of noticed happening, becoming a bit more listenable lately, actually, that our guitar playing has kind of like meshed together. And I think it's just from playing like 100 shows a year.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've probably played Ghosts in the River like 70,000 times. Sure. And so I think over time, the songs just kind of like, they both become looser and tighter as we know them more and we are able to embellish more.
Sure.
So I think that's where that those kind of two guitar playing comes from.
Yeah. And I was pretty bad at guitar for a long time. It took me a while to get okay, and now I'm okay.
You're more than okay. We would say. Where do these songs come from? Who's writing them?
Nate?
We both write, and I couldn't exactly tell you what the place is where they come from, but I don't know. I was.
Who are they about? There's some profound lyrics going on.
Oh well, they're all about us, for sure.
Yeah.
Every song is about the person who wrote it, no matter what they say about it in some way. But
I think we tend to both write very image-based songs, and so they remind people of a certain place. A lot of people say they remind them of Western New York, where we're from, even though it's not necessarily our intention to do that. I think it's just kind of a natural songwriting.
I guess so.
And we both kind of, I think, even if songs aren't directly noticeably about us, I think we both kind of like hide in these kind of like grandiose natural images that become like symbolic of whatever, I don't know.
Yeah.
But so I think that's kind of where our lyrical background and style comes from.
Sure. Well, how much of Western New York is in those songs, and what is that?
What is Western New York?
Western New York is a very rural and green place in my mind. A lot of small towns, and we grew up there, so it's just sort of the background of our life, I guess.
the lyrics. I mean, the stories you guys are telling are really fascinating. Are those? Do you sit down to tell a long story like that, or does the story start unfolding as you're writing the song?
Yeah, I mean, I typically start with just one little thought or a line or a phrase even, and kind of expand outward. And it kind of, the goal is to just sort of let it find its own way to being finished and not try to control that path too much.
Yeah, I think almost every song I've ever written, I've written the first line first and then just let it kind of go down from there. Which I don't know if that's normal or not. I've never
I don't
talked
know.
to anyone else about
Usually
it.
if it's one that I think is good, it'll be a surprise to me when it's done.
Did the moon come to meet you on the road? Did the moon come to meet you, my dear? Gather up your shadows and go home. You've no business here. You've no business here. Listen close to me, my only sister. Listen close, sweet love of mine. Never turn your back on the river. Take care to never linger in the pines. Take care to never linger in the pines. When the darkness comes upon you, when the dark comes creeping up behind, open up your arms if you want to. No one knows your mind. No one knows your mind. No one knows your mind.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much.
Be sure to catch our TV show on Kettleland TV, Saturday nights at 10:30 p.m. Need some White Wall Sessions merch? Go to whitewallsessions.com and visit our store, or stop in the East Side Last Stop CD Shop, 2121 East 10th Street in Sioux Falls. Coming up after the break, Woody and the Tucker Hill Citizens Brigade.
You are listening to the White Wall Sessions Radio.
Woody and the Tucker Hill Citizens Brigade from Norfolk, Nebraska, visited the studio for a dynamic old-school down and dirty rock and blues party. Woody and the Tucker Hill Citizens Brigade is Glenn Woody Henkel, keyboard and vocals, Randy Rudy Rutten, bass and vocals, Vito Cole, acoustic guitar and vocals, Eddie Alfers, electric guitar and vocals, and Andrew Bohr on drums.
Right on. Thank you.
We're here at the White Wall Sessions with Woody and the Tucker Hill Citizens Brigade. Got that right, didn't I? Woody, can you introduce this fine set of musicians here?
Absolutely. I'm in the middle, so it's a little odd. But let's see here. From over here on bass was Rudy, or Randy Rutten. He goes by either Rudy or Randy, so I'm not sure what's on his birth
Rudy can't
certificate.
fail.
I feel like Rudy right now.
Yes, it's Rudy? Okay, so it's Rudy. On lead guitar is Eddie Elfers, right here.
I only have one name.
Just one name for Eddie. I'm Woody. Glenn Hinkle is my given name, but Woody's been my nickname since I can't even remember. Vito Cole on acoustic and lead vocals and tremendous socks. And Andrew Borer on drums.
So you all are from, well, let's say, Wayne, Nebraska, and or Norfolk, Nebraska. I can say that right because that's what
Two
it
of us. Vito and I are from Wayne.
Okay.
Madison. Rudy's from Madison.
Oh, Madison.
So we're kind of northeast Nebraska.
Yep.
So I got to say, when you guys first came in and you started warming up, I heard these seasoned voices here, and I heard this really killer tone on this guitar, and I thought, this is going to be a great session. You guys have been around for a while, right? How long has this band been together?
Well, let's see. It's kind of morphed over several years into this lineup, so that's kind of hard to exactly put a date on. But I would say this lineup with Andrew on drums is 2 years now?
Roughly.
3?
Two and a half.
2.5?
Split the difference.
Yeah, 2.5, 3 years.
We agree on everything.
Yeah.
that helps.
But it's been probably about 5 or 6 years that the basic formation's been happening, and there's been people coming in and out. But this 5 has been solid for like the last 3 years.
So is there a core that's been together for the 5 years?
At this point, it would be Rudy and myself
Okay,
that have
you guys started
been together since the very, very beginning of it. Yeah.
So, the musicianship in this band, I gotta start off. I'm gonna start with the rhythm section here because what you guys were doing was really cool. The drums were amazing and the bass was amazing. That lays a foundation for the rest of you guys to just do whatever you want to do. How did you guys gel? Have you been playing a long time independently or together? And how did you just find that rhythm together?
I pretty much came out of the womb with drumsticks.
I can tell.
That's why his mother hates him.
Yeah,
Drumsticks are a lot easier than bass.
I've played drums pretty much forever. Went to college at UNL. Was on the drum line and everything there. And now I teach quite a bit of music, a lot of percussionists and all that. So drums, I've just been drumming forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I couldn't tap dance. So.
Well, there's some really cool stuff going on there. I mean, just the
Right on.
things you were doing on that hi-hat was just amazing. Anyway, and then the bass, how long you been playing?
Long time. 25 plus years, probably.
Yeah?
Yep. Just in a lot of different groups,
Yeah.
a lot of different music. But
So I wonder about the different music. When did you meet Woody? And when did you start doing a cover band, or did you start originals right away, or kind of both?
we met when I was in a blues band, I think, and just pretty much just got together and started playing and started the group itself. Yeah.
About 2007,
Yeah.
I returned to Nebraska
Yep.
with my wife and settled back at the family farm and started from Colorado and North Carolina.
Parts
and
unknown.
Also, all parts unknown. But on the original or cover, from the beginning, there's a predominance of cover bands around us. And so from the beginning, it was always like, hey, let's just do originals. And I'd been doing original bands in North Carolina and Colorado, so that was just what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
From the start, it's been a focus on original music.
Sure.
We do throw some covers in for live shows. Of
course.
But it's 80 to 90% all original.
chopper on, yeah. Put the whiskey in a limb like I'm on the pork chopper on, yeah. When she come to town, you know she's going down, yeah. She's been around and around and around and around the block, she's been around and around and around and around the block, she get down to business, you know that she don't like to talk, she get down to business, you know that she don't like to talk. Oh, baby, don't talk with your mouth full.
Thank you. Vito Cole there.
Need some Whitewall Sessions merch? Go to whitewallsessions.com and visit our store, or stop in the East Side Last Stop CD Shop, 2121 East 10th Street in Sioux Falls. Coming up after the break, Radda Radda.
You are listening to the White Wall Sessions Radio.
Radda Radda, a four-piece rock and roll band from Minneapolis, Minnesota, performed on the White Wall Sessions for Season 6 and electrified the crowd and crew alike. Radda Radda is Chris Mo Machinsky on guitar and vocals, Alan Mayer on drums, Matthew Broadbent on bass, and Grant Siltberg on guitar.
Hey y'all, good to see you. White Wall Sessions, good to be here. This is a song called Simple Times. so much.
We are here with the White Wall Sessions with Radda Radda from the great city of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Welcome, everybody. We have a couple of returning guests for the White Wall Sessions.
Yeah.
First of all, Mo, can you introduce the band?
Of course, yeah. So this is Grant on the right here. Do you want last names? They're all secret. So Grant's our guitar player. This is Alan. He's our drummer. He plays the boom booms. My name's Mo. I play guitar and I sing. Grant sings too. This is Matt. He plays bass and sings.
Great.
And yeah.
And Matt and Alan were here with season 3 with American Scarecrows.
Yeah, with our previous band.
So how did this lineup start for Radda Radda?
Basically, I've known Alan for maybe 10 years, probably a little bit more maybe. And we have talked for the whole time, like, we should start a band, we should start something, whatever. And we've just been too busy with other groups and doing other stuff and never really got around to it. And we figured out, right, it was what was the day that we hung out? Like January. Yeah, we met up. He was like, send me some songs, like send me some of your original stuff. And I was just writing and recording demos like for fun, just for me to listen to, not really knowing what to do with them. And I sent them to him at the time. And a couple of those songs actually made it on Life Again on our record. So I sent him the songs and he was like, all right, let's get together. Let's do this thing. And we finally went out one night on like a Sunday. Yeah. We went to a couple of bars and we were like, yeah, all right, let's just do this thing. Let's start a band. Yeah. So it was a total, weird thing that we threw together. He called Matt because obviously he knew Matt. Yeah. Grant, I play in another band with Grant. He actually plays bass in the other band, so he really likes this band because he gets to play guitar.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's my favorite story.
My favorite part.
We just kind of all got together at his studio and started banging out songs and taking some of my old stuff and messing them up and tweaking stuff.
The sound and feel of this band, I think, is really great. I mean, it's a certain, we don't need to put things in boxes, but this is a really interesting genre. Cool. Did you all come from that sort of music, or did you form this band to make that sound, or does it happen organically?
We, other than Grant, who has a pretty, he's been writing kind of folk stuff for a really long time. The rest of us were not really in this genre. It's kind of that Americana, a little southern rock and roll kind of thing. And, he was into punk and ska stuff, and he was in some heavier stuff, and I was in some weird Sigur Rós, strange, quirky rock and roll. And
noises.
I think that we started writing this stuff, and it just felt good. It felt good to write some nice, easy, not easy, but some country Americana rock and roll with some pop sensibility. It just kind of barfed out of us. So when that was happening and y'all were, come from all those different places, did it just start feeling right, or did you have to struggle with it a little bit to get, did you say, well, I want more punk in there, or I want more heavy?
I'd say no. It just kind of fell into place. It was kind of accidental, really. It's just.
I think it felt good. It felt natural for everybody,
It feels good to us, too.
It's good.
This is really, really great. I'm going to do too much gushing if I talk about the set, because it was really, really good.
Feel free to gush.
We love it. Keep going.
We'll take some gushing.
So y'all started in early 2017, yeah?
Yep.
And then by the end of 2017, you played your first show. You want to talk about that?
Oh, man.
September.
Was it the Huey thing?
Yeah.
So we actually, I might answer more than one question with this, if you guys don't mind if I just start babbling. I'm kind of a babbler.
Good.
Babbling Brook. We were throwing around band names, and we were kind of keeping things low profile on social media, but we were, doing stuff. And we had an opportunity to open for Huey Lewis and the News for our first show. And we didn't have a band name. We had a pot of 10, 20 ideas, and nobody was super sold. And we had the opportunity to open for Huey Lewis, and the promoter got a hold of me on a Tuesday afternoon and was like, we need a band name right now. And I was like, okay. So I wrote them, I'm like, top 3 ideas from our pot, go. And everyone had different stuff except for everyone had Radda Radda. We were like, all right, we're Radda Radda. Screw it.
So it's the classic band name story, like the Goo Goo Dolls and all those people.
Yes, absolutely. Very much like that.
He texted us, we literally have 5 minutes to come up with a name.
And that's what we came up with.
That's the best we could do.
It was in the pot, and we were all just kind of I can't believe everybody said Radda Radda. All right, fine, here we go.
So your first show was opening for Huey Lewis and the News, which is
which was
unreal.
So we were a little nervous today, but I don't know if we can hang with that one, but we'll see.
Instruments. So, how long y'all been playing? You've been playing bass for how long?
Oh gosh, I started playing guitar probably when I was 9 years old.
Yeah.
And then I formed a band with my best friend, which was basically just us, like stealing songs and changing the words, Weird Al style, just really poorly. And you can't have two guitar players. Someone has to play bass.
Okay.
So I switched over to bass, and I've never looked back. So yeah.
We appreciate you getting the short straw, by the way.
Yeah, right?
It's kind of like McCartney drew the short straw and then reinvented the pop bass, right?
Yeah. So I can't do the math, but 15, 16 years or something like that now.
How about you, Mo? How long have you been singing and playing?
Growing up, I did not sing. I sang when I vacuumed the house when I was 8 years old, because I figured that I was just terrible at singing. And I actually, I started playing guitar a little bit. My dad taught me when I was in my, maybe 7, 8 years old. I didn't really stick too much. About 16, I started getting more into it and covering, just kind of learning songs that I liked and whatever. And I actually, my friend Murphy is actually watching this right now. My best friend.
Hey, Murphy.
Hey Murphy. He actually came. He had me come over to his house, and he was a drummer. And he was like, "I heard you wrote a song," and I was like, "Yeah, but I'm not gonna sing it." And he's like, "You're gonna sing it." And he bullied me into singing it, and I did it. And we got through it, and he was like, "You're a really good singer." And I was like, "What?" So then from then on, I just started singing, and yeah, got cameras all over. It's nerve-wracking a little bit, What do you guys want to do next? There's a song called My Shifty Eyes. My shifty eyes, my shifty eyes. Saw you in a gated city, found a mouth face so pretty, waiting through a cordial light. Got a flight headed west, take a pounding out my chest to see what trouble I could find. Father's falling off the wagon, friends all gone, the times are dragging. You can't tell the real from lies. Roll across the photograph, a body just to hear the laugh behind your shifty eyes. My shifty eyes. I'm drunk on just your shifty eyes. I cancel every show, I swear. I'll quit my stupid job, who cares? Come back home and both be scared. Hey! My shifty eyes took me by surprise. I don't think I ever want to sleep tonight. Oh, my shifty eyes. My shifty eyes. Thank you so much.
The White Wall Sessions is recorded at Last Stop Studios in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and is produced by Spectrum Films Incorporated. Executive producers are Jeff Zuger, Doug Taylor, Greggy Johnson, and Jay Fishback. Head of broadcast is David Palmer. Associate producer is Mike Yeager. The White Wall Sessions Radio is produced and edited by Jeff Zuger. Audio recording and mixing by Kevin Phipps, Chad Conrad, August Ogren, and David Palmer. Scheduling and artist relations, Tom Eisner. Be sure to join us again next week. Same time, same place.
You're listening to the White Wall Sessions Radio.